You're live. Great.
All right, boys, we are live with the foof in the front, as Max has said. All right, we are here. We are here with our fearless leaders, our two co-founders, Max and AJ. How are we doing today? I just got to see you guys in Columbus last week. It was amazing. The office energy is palpable. It's off the chart. Rigo was pumping up the sales team yesterday with the extra day for the 31st. The Austin office is just brimming with energy. Q4 is down the barrel. We got the Blue Whale group. We got the pickleball tournament. We got all this awesomeness. But you have some awesomeness that you've been working on, AJ. Do you want to kind of give the people of what's coming down the pike? There is just a deluge of epicness that I'm really excited to share with them today.
Yeah, we have a lot. We have a lot. Where do we start? So first of all, on just strengthening our current product lineup and making sure that everyone in Triple has the best experience. So building a data company at scale is not the easiest challenge, as anyone can imagine. And so we put a lot of, I mean, a lot of effort, sleepless nights into data health across the whole organization right now. And so, for instance, for Facebook right now, we built a system that auto detects discrepancies and fixes it in real time. Right now, I think throughout the whole system, there are like 6 stores that have Facebook discrepancies right now out of the 5,000 stores on Triple Whale. So it's pretty astonishing to get to that level of accuracy throughout the whole
Saying it's like a
platform.
little context, like it has been a challenge to make sure that everyone's store is lining up with what Facebook's pulling out.
It's yeah, because
It's caused a lot of problems for us in the past, right? And
there's
now,
multiple things. There's reconciling it backwards, which we do now automatically. There is we pull so much data from Facebook in every call, right? We have to pull all of your creative data from the creative dashboard. We don't pull the account level data anymore. We pull the campaign ads and ad level data and
Right.
build the aggregate in real time for you on the summary page and the pixel as well, right? And so there's just crazy calls that are going into Facebook every 15 minutes right now to get that data in. That's the cadence of Facebook's API. And so a ton of work over there. We are bringing the same level of accuracy and work that we did on the Facebook data connector to all of our other data connectors. We've already done for a lot of work on Google and TikTok. We're moving Klaviyo today. So finally, Klaviyo today got an upgrade, which has actually caused some caching issues for some users just because we switched in real time everyone to new infrastructure for Klaviyo. So now we pull back a full year of data for Klaviyo. It used to be only 60 days. And we've worked with Klaviyo a lot on this connector. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but we're finally over that. So it went live today, actually. And so we're obviously investing a ton over there. The customer insights is actually moving from BigQuery to Snowflake.
Oh, wow.
No, actually, no, it wasn't.
Can you
Wasn't Firestore.
can you translate that all to
No, it doesn't matter. It wasn't Firestore, which obviously wasn't a good use of Firestore. Then it moved to single store, then SQL, and now it's going to Snowflake. That's going to be live next week. That will let stores with like $400 million plus a year get the queries back in under 5 seconds for all the insights pages. So we're very excited about that going live next week. The Pixel is getting a huge upgrade. So we're moving the Pixel front end attribution to a new architecture. Should be going live in the next 2 weeks. Some people are going to get on it already next week. And this will include time series graphs, comparison to other periods, and just fixing up all the leftover debt that we had in the Pixel product to make it really perfect and extremely quick and get your Pixel data finally on the summary page. And while talking about the Pixel, getting an export for the Pixel data into Sheets, as well as this is already live today from some of our larger clients. There is a Pixel API that went live this week, which will give for larger clients. It's not really for smaller clients. The ability to pull their Pixel data into their own data warehouse, like a Snowflake or BigQuery or wherever they host their data, with the orders and the journeys to build their own reports. Exactly. So if you have a data scientist team in house, you can reach out to us. And you can now get your Pixel data with all of the journeys into your own data warehouse and play around with it. So for instance, right now on Triple Whale, if you have a customer journeys, you can't actually query it right now. It's just a very pretty screen with a lot of data.
We do the query build of it.
Exactly, it's pre-aggregated. So first of all, we are upgrading that on next month to actually let you query it. But right now, if you are an enterprise client and you want to export that data, this allows you to do that. And so that's all on the current product lineup. Obviously, the new design of the summary page is live. We did some tweaks over there yesterday, and it looks even better. those are the main things that we're doing right now on the
Pixel.
on the full app, on our full current product lineup, right? So as much as everyone sees us launching new products, right? We launched the Creative Cockpit, the Influencer Hub, the post-purchase surveys, benchmarks. Like we've been launching nonstop here. We've put the exact same effort in investing in our current products as we put in new products. It's not like we're prioritizing one over the other. Stabilizing them and making them best in class for everyone over here.
Yep.
The most exciting products coming down the line right now, by far, are as follows. So we have a financial hub, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's coming mid this month. And what that's going to do is it's going to do the exact same thing Triple Whale does for your marketing data and for your business data right now. It's going to do this for your financial data. So we'll allow you to connect all your bank accounts. We can actually show the landing page. But
Show the landing page.
Show the landing page?
Take it for a ride.
Robin, do you have landing page right now?
Yeah, I got this. Keep chatting. Keep
Rob, how many
chatting.
people are on this right now?
But the landing page is actually. Let's not show the landing page yet. Let's leave the
Okay.
landing page now. Okay.
12 people.
Landing page is actually beautiful.
12 people.
Yeah, but we'll have hundreds watch it later. So let's leave the landing page off right now. It will come later this month. It's absolutely gorgeous. It allows you to connect all your bank account data with your accounting data, bring those both in, auto-categorize them for you, or you can categorize them in Triple Whale, and you get a real-time picture of your books daily, weekly,
It always
hourly,
seems just like
real time.
it always seems like as a merchant there was never a good solution for finance as a Shopify merchant.
Actually, your sheet, right? Your Google sheet.
Google Sheets, whatever you're using, right? But like either QuickBooks was never quite there, or you didn't understand it. Xero also. Nothing was really tailored for a D2C merchant.
Or just a guy that wants to check.
Or like
everything on the
I was
phone,
obsessed
and
with
not
how much money I had in the bank when I was running my ads.
I mean, what I've found so interesting about it is ultimately we've taken the three big financial statements of your balance sheet, your cash flow statement, and your P&L, and we've put it in a dynamic. If your entity connects to Plaid, basically you can bring it into Triple Whale now. So Plaid sits in between this, and you can bring in your Amex, your Chase Bank, whatever you have. So now you know your cash position. You can even add invoices, the dates. It's really, really crazy.
We'll try to get your points in there too,
Are you
guys.
serious? No. And we have clear code. I don't know your point. Should we be
Why
clear?
not?
I know it's not the version.
We can try it.
So that is going live. It'll have clear code in there as well. It'll have your financial health, like what's your valuation, your EBITDA, everything. It's gonna be sick. That's coming.
Is
Around
this include the inventory? Are we including the inventory in this, or is that going to be V2?
You'll have inventory data here, like you have in Triple Whale, but it's not going to be the inventory.
Projections.
This is just
Snapshot.
a snapshot of your real-time accounts,
Tracking.
daily, weekly, monthly, hourly. Right? That's coming later mid this month. There's going to be a special price for it, which is going to be
Undetermined, but that's
still undetermined, but it's going to be lower for like the Creative Cockpit that we had a lower price for the first 2 months. That Creative Cockpit actually doubled the price today. So if you didn't, get it, you should have gotten it before, basically.
in for the close. They just close.
Yeah. But the same thing for the finance. So if you are listening to this, finance comes out, please get it. The reason it's lower early on is because we do tend to launch products early on that are sometimes not fully baked. There's still stuff that we're catching up on. We work really, really quickly here. But I think right now the Creative Cockpit, for instance, has filtering, has segmenting.
Well, what's coming to you?
It has Creative Cockpit's going to be getting YouTube. It's going to be getting Pinterest. It's going to be getting sharing reports. And so all the products we build out, we're building teams around these products, and they have their own backlog. It's like a mini startup.
We'll do like an MVP. If it catches legs, then we will start to build up around it and then expand the team.
And so the Creative Cockpit's been a huge hit for us. And so will the finance. So that's coming later this month. The next modules coming after that built on top of this are going to be forecasting. And this is really
That's what I was
replacing
thinking of.
P&A. Yeah, and so this is tied directly to inventory. So forecasting and inventory are coming together. I'm not sure if they're separate or together yet, but it's basically the same function, right? You're trying to figure out if I increase my Facebook ads by 20% and I get X new customers,
How much am I doing with that?
how much
Inventory.
exactly, and where's my cash today, and where am I getting that cash from, and how are my sales going to be? And so this actually ties into the pixel data very well, because if I know how many new customers I'm getting, from Facebook or from TikTok, and I know how much or what new customers buy, I can decide what inventory I need to order. So it's a very, very powerful tool. It's the first tool that's going to connect your full stack into a forecasting piece, right? So you're going to have your business data, your marketing data, your financial data, your inventory data, all in one place. So then you can go ahead and figure out what the next move is for your business. I think it's crazy. We show it to people, they're like, it's hard to believe. It's hard for us to believe still. So it's Yaakov, the product manager, and that did a very good job at looking at what complex FP&As look like. It's think of like NetSuite, right, as like the enterprise ERPs, right? Right there, enterprise. What does an ERP stand for? Enterprise planning software, right? And these systems are large.
EPI,
EPI.
You just EPI, whatever.
ERP.
ERP. So it's like an ERP for a D2C brand, which is simplified. ERPs are these huge pieces of software that we don't use, right? But like large companies that use them, it's like a simple one that like small brands can use, and also larger ones. So that's very exciting. That's not even the most exciting thing that's coming.
Speaking of mind blowing, yeah. Are you gonna spill some tea on the thing we've been talking about, or no?
Yeah, of course. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay. Go for it. Because this, when you called me about this, I didn't believe you. This, if you get this right, this is crazy.
Yeah. So I want to back up before the crazy stuff. I want to back up.
Okay.
So we do have in the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, an announcement about our APIs. So we're going to have 3 APIs: an API in, an API out, and an API for the Pixel. So the summary page, if apps want to get data, like what is the Facebook spend of this brand, or what is, obviously the brand has to approve it, right? So you can create a login with Triple Whale if you're building an app, right? And you want to pull Triple Whale summary data, which is essentially all the data about a brand, right? If the brand approves it, you can get that into your own app. And so you'll be able to pull Shopify data, marketing data, finance data, inventory data, all from Triple Whale into your app. It's pretty mind-blowing. And then on the flip side, if you're an app that you have a lot of your customers are using Triple Whale and you want them to see your metrics daily, let's say you're an affiliate app, right? And you're generating revenue for your clients, and those clients use Triple Whale. One great way to make sure those clients know that you're generating revenue is for them to look at what you do every day. And the best place to do that is at Triple Whale, right? Where people check Triple Whale multiple times per day. And so there will be a way for apps to build integrations with Triple Whale and send data directly to the summary page. So that those two are for the summary page. Those are coming in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And then the Pixel API as well, which is already live for larger brands.
Are the API accessibility, is that an upsell, or is that, how do people get access to it if they want?
That's absolutely free. The enterprise Pixel API, I talked to the sales team about, but the summary page API, we want an ecosystem built with Triple Whale, right? And we want to make sure we empower apps to deliver a great experience to our customers, to their customers. Yeah. And we also want to make sure our customers can see all the data they want about their business. Like we already have 12 integrations, but there's hundreds that we need to get. And so we want to empower the community to build on top. So those are the APIs. I think that's going to be big. Honestly, it's going to be huge for us and for our customers. Okay, that's all the boring stuff, or the very exciting stuff. But the most exciting things that are coming. So the less exciting about the two is we're finally getting viewed model data into Triple Whale sometime next week or the following week. We built a really, really great MMM model, which does a great job on the channel level of giving you your view attribution that the channel deserves. So whatever Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Google, it will decrease value from Google. It will add more value to channels like TikTok, which I think is actually true on the view level. I think we all intuitively know it. But this will actually give you actual numbers for your store. This will also tell you if your store is too small and there isn't view data to be had. We're going to be transparent about when the model can give you enough level of confidence. And we're still debating this. We might give you a way to view the data all the way down to the campaign ads and ad level, letting you know that it's just directional, right? So I wouldn't necessarily. The whole thing is
The
directional.
whole thing is directional.
It's directional versus, let's say, the click attribution is
Deterministic.
deterministic, right? This is what happened. Follow this guy, this is what happened. The view data is really just directional. I think it will match a lot of our intuitions about our brands, but it is directional. And I wouldn't say, hey, optimize off this piece of data, but it will be the best in class of what is out there today and possible to do with AI and view attribution. So I'm excited for that. The more exciting piece, and this we're still wrapping our heads and trying to like figure out if we got this or not, is we right now, it seems like we can predict if someone will be a buyer based off their pixel actions with a very, very high degree of accuracy. It's essentially traffic scoring. This allows us to give you one metric. We're going to grade it from 1 to 10 to let you know just, is this campaign a good campaign and should you scale it or not? It's going to be, we're still coming up with an acronym for this metric.
That's right, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rob.
It's going to take into account the amount you pay for the traffic and how good the traffic is. And that really is the question. When we ask, should I scale a campaign or shouldn't I scale a campaign? The question that you're actually asking is, am I paying the right amount of money for the right traffic? And this is the number we're going to give you. We're just going to let you know. Is this the right amount of money for the right traffic? And if it is, just scale. It's going to make ROAS obsolete. And so I think this will hopefully help our merchants and all of you guys have, I think, absolute clarity on your ads.
So it's not really going to make ROAS obsolete. ROAS is just a measurement of how well you're.
It will make, because if you think of ROAS in the way you optimize today, it's a little broken, right? You launch an ad, you got to wait till someone converts to decide if it's good. But if you were in a real store, right? Let's say you were in a real store. Physical, yeah, and you had people coming into your store, right? And you had a person merchandise, right? And you were there for the first day and you have this piece of merchandise sitting there. Someone walks in. You can see immediately, is that person looking around or are they just walking by it, right? And you can tell, is it a good piece of merchandise? Now, obviously, you need people to buy it, but there's a lot you can tell from the language of someone walking into your shop and just looking at that shoe. Right? It's like, I want more of this, right?
Did he take it back? Is he throwing stuff in?
Exactly.
Right.
And so what the pixel is essentially a camera on your store, right? And so we can tell exactly when people come in, how excited are they about this product coming from this ad, right? It's all in the context of your ad coming to a specific landing page, right? And so really, in my analogy, the shoe or the merchandise is actually the ad, right? And so really what we're trying to figure out is this ad bringing me good people or is it bringing me people that just are coming in and walking out quickly? This will allow you to scale creatives quicker, cut creatives quicker, and hopefully just give you the single metric you need to scale.
It is improving ROAS.
It will improve your performance, ROAS. I just mean people will not look at ROAS to scale anymore.
Sure.
Yeah. So the way I see it, because it's a fantastic explanation. And again, when you called me about this, AJ, I didn't believe it. It's crazy. And then you showed me the preliminary data. So to be fair, everybody, we still need to check our math. This is still very early on. But if any of this semblance is actually true, it's game changing, because when you're buying media, you essentially care about two things. You care about the cost of the media, you care about the quality of the traffic it's bringing in. ROAS is a monetary representation of that, whereas this would be a non-monetary representation of a scale. Like if I'm bringing in 8s or 9s or higher, and we can tell you that with a 93% certainty that this person is going to buy something from you in 2 weeks, and the cost of that traffic makes sense. Like the blend of those two vectors of cost and quality, I don't know how to get something out of that outside of a lagging indicator like ROAS, where this would be a leading indicator of like people are coming to your store and you're going to buy more. And so you want to buy as more of those people as possible, and you know how much you're paying for them. So it's really interesting for me anyways.
This could give you potentially a projected CAC, right?
That's my point. Yeah, exactly.
How?
It actually does. It actually does.
How would it be projected?
Today it tells you, Pixel says, this has 10 buyers because that's what happened. It tells you you're going to have 15, right? Literally. And then with 93% or 95%, that's what happens, right? It's insane. It's predicting the next dollar spent and the dollar today spent, what it will do in 2 weeks. It's very powerful.
Super powerful.
Done properly, I don't think the right way to go about buying is ROAS anymore. Obviously, ROAS is think of it like this: when you look at ROAS, and you look at a company like ours, an attribution company, right? Let's say you have a 2.5% conversion rate or 3%. So out of 100 people that came to your website, 3 people bought. Now, an attribution company like ours, we have to figure out those 3 people, do they come from this ad or that ad, right? Now, even the best attribution company, no matter what you do, someone could have seen the ad and come and bought, right? So then you would know exactly where they came from, right? Or let's say they actually came today and they browsed it, right? Then they came back 2 weeks from a different device in a different location. No way to track them. No one can do that, right? Different IP address, different browser, different computer, and they bought. There's no way for us to correlate those two. But if I can tell the first time someone visited how valuable they will be in the future, that is the holy grail of attribution. It's the holy grail of attribution.
Also, I think even another awesome use case, what AJ was talking about yesterday, was that if you can tell there's a low purchase intent from this traffic, this individual, this anonymous individual, you could serve them like a curated coupon or offer to up the chance.
It's going to come later on. Yeah, definitely. Like a real-time CDP that can
So they up the chances.
customize your website's offers in real time. But I listen, I honestly think...
Rob, you got it?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's interesting, but I think at the end of the day, if you can tell me the cost and quality of the traffic I'm getting, and I can just look at this barometer or this metric that we have to think of a cool, like, again, acronym, but if I know that it stays at an 8, or like I know that this equates to success for me if I keep it above a 7 or 8 or something like that, then I can just spend using that metric, and I know that in 2 weeks I'm going to get paid off.
We're going to do a correlation between that number that we get and the blended, and boom.
Right. And
7 correlates to a blended of this. Keep scaling. That's the rules. That's it.
This is like delayed attribution, but like on steroids and actually useful. Like, and so this gets really interesting to me, where like I would literally not look at anything else. I would just look at my revenues and the traffic quality score, whatever we end up calling this thing. And then that would be kind of how I would deploy my paid media. Like, it's very interesting to me.
So we're still scratching our eyes.
So we're going to Israel next week to finish it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to comb through the data.
We actually are.
We're going to comb through the data, and if it's what I think it is, it's going to be as big as the pixel for the company. And more importantly, not for us, but for our clients.
Humanity.
I think for everyone, I still meet clients. Having a good time. Max is tired. He's been combing through data. He's been going through data.
Yeah, he's been the spreadsheet king of late. No, that's some really exciting stuff. What are you guys really going to Israel?
Yeah, it's next Sunday. That's a week from Sunday.
Amazing. Another trip out there. I'm sure the developers are happy about that. That's an inside joke for you guys that don't know. Every time AJ goes to Israel, somehow AJ doesn't need sleep, and the developers end up clocking 2 weeks of just absolute wartime footing out there. But
AJ is like the Energizer Bunny. That is just always on.
Well, it's fun because my day goes from talking to AI professionals about how to optimize Facebook, right, to then going to figure out with Zach Murray how to customize a landing page, to meeting a customer, to going through. It's fun.
And then I'm just cleaning up the mess.
The fun. and then
Yeah,
Max gets
the board decks ready and make sure.
That's right. The board deck, yeah.
So,
we have Max is the Zamboni. You're just cleaning up the stuff as AJ's just throwing all this stuff, and you're just driving behind them, making sure everything is. Yeah. Speaking of Zach Murray, shout out that landing page. I know we're not going to unveil it on this one, but oh man, you guys really did some work there, AJ. That is, I think, probably my favorite one so far. It is the Finance Hub landing page is stunning, absolutely stellar.
Yeah. So I think in terms of what people should look out for the next, month of using Triple Whale is number one, the Finance Hub, definitely very exciting. Number two, view
very
data.
Exciting. Has there been any real finance anything in our space?
There isn't anywhere.
It's like really not.
It's like hard. A lot of times in Triple Whale, we have comps. Like there were attribution companies before us, right? There were analytics companies before us.
Trailblazers over here.
There are no. Like we're trying to comp, what does this compete with in the market? And there just isn't anything.
Yeah,
it's actually awkward. It's weird. It's cool.
Okay.
That is cool.
Why's that awkward?
It's just like weird.
It's awesome.
No one. It's
so scary.
Yeah.
A little scary.
Shout out Moise Ali thinks this is going to be the best thing that's ever built in DSC. We'll launch it. So, okay, so then
Okay.
Finance view data, the APIs, which are relevant for a lot of customers, I think, because sometimes we're missing some type of API and someone can go ahead and build it. And then obviously data health throughout the platform and stability, the customer insights speeding up, new pixel pages, and the God metric is still to be determined. I wouldn't start betting my money on it yet, but if we pull it through, obviously you guys will be the first to know, and we will be very excited for you guys and for us. So those are basically what's coming up. I hope that's enough.
Rob, I hope it's enough. Rob, can you just give us a quick shot at the name of this? What's on top of your head?
Well, this is the working name I'm playing around with right now is cost quality indicator, so CQI, but it's terrible. But it's working name.
Way too spreadsheety, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need something sexy.
I think we just call it the whale metric. You know what I'm saying?
The whale metric. Rob wanted to call it the God metric.
The guy, that's an internal name, not yet. But it is this omnipresent, it solves all of the questions that I would have to answer, and that's what I think ultimately what's so cool about it is it fits so tightly with our ethos, your ethos, everyone at Triple Whale's ethos is we're not data for data's sake. The reason we have dashboards is to elicit actions that will make our business better. If I can abstract away all those things and just show you a number and you keep pulling levers to make this number go up and down, that's crazy town. That's literally like a Cambrian explosion. It's just a seismic shift in terms of how people will deploy their capital in terms of D2C. That is, it's pretty crazy. And again, this is still work in progress, people. So this isn't.
I think the exciting thing about I used to say always when I was running Max's ads, if I can have an AI team just sit on Facebook all day and help me out, it would be amazing, right? And so I think right now, just for all of our clients out there, that's what we have right now. We have a 5-6 person data science AI team, all really, really smart people, all working tirelessly to help produce the next set of tools for media buyers to do their job in a way that hasn't been done before. And I think we're going to get there. It might be this month, it might be next month.
Yeah.
Yep. And we sit across everybody's data. So we're so uniquely positioned that we have just this incredible ingestion of data from your business that we can truly give you a 360 view where we can bring in so much awesomeness.
Here's an example of something we could do. We can look at the winning strategies throughout Facebook accounts and suggest them to other accounts, right? Here's a winning strategy. Or we see stores in your category spending more on TikTok, and this is the way they're doing it and winning, you should too, right? And so those type of things I think could be extremely valuable for the ecosystem. Because I remember as a merchant, getting started with TikTok, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah,
if we can just help you do that, I think that would be big.
Yeah, I agree.
One question I have, just I'll throw it out there for people watching. If we offered, we're trying to think with the financial tools that we're offering, we're thinking of offering also potentially services as well on top of that, to actually do your bookkeeping through a Triple Whale entity. Would that be something people are interested, for Triple Whale, whatever, to actually also do the bookkeeping for you, the actual bookkeeping as well? So I'm interested in people would want that.
Can you say that again? Oh, a service?
A service, so
like a bench or something.
Yeah, it's sort of like a pilot or a bench. Yeah.
That's interesting, AJ. I've never heard of that. That's really cool.
It's just an idea we had. We're playing around with it internally.
That's interesting.
And we have something coming to data auditing like that, right?
Data on demand. Getting nerdy.
That's really interesting, actually. It's super interesting. Will we ever do anything in terms of offering some sort of quick acquisition ability where it's I'm running Rob a sneaker store and I love my sneaker store, but I'm thinking about shopping for an exit? Can I submit my financial? Well, just hey, you know how LinkedIn has I'm looking to get hired or whatever. We could have something similar where it's I'm possibly interested in an acquisition, and then we can partner with some of these other acquirers on the back end. Because the thing again, we sit across all this data where you can de-risk so much of the transactions.
First of all, it's extremely important, obviously, for the brands to opt in.
Oh yeah. This is 100% opt-in.
Yeah. But more importantly, right now the roadmap is so the way I think of the roadmap, and it's to actually the detriment of Max really, and the internal team is all we're focused on is trying to give value to our current brands to do their job better on the day to
What
day.
with the detriment? What does that mean?
Detriment to you meaning we're not giving enough resources internally for your team, CS team.
Yeah.
Like all of our dev resources focused on making the product
This is
better,
good. This is good.
right? And so the point being over there, Rob, I don't think this falls right now into the set of features or set of tools that we're looking to build for our brands.
In the near
Yes,
future.
play potentially in the future. We can build something where if people want to sell, there's a way to. But for now, I think
In
it's
the
out of
short-
the,
We've thought about doing this.
not
but
this year.
Not
that's
right
for
now.
sure.
Amazing.
You got any questions?
Yeah, can I pepper you guys with some questions?
Yeah, then we gotta bounce.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know your heart stops. So
Well,
let's
no,
go.
Let's do.
When is YT coming? Oh yeah, when is that happening? AJ?
It's soon-ish, right?
So we have the filtering coming, and then we have sharing reports coming, and then I think the next is YouTube. I would say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. Next 2
Make
to
it 2
4
months.
No. 2 weeks to a month.
You don't like that.
YouTube
You
with the Creative Cockpit. Yeah.
don't like that. I'm having fun.
Okay.
We're having fun. Max is all fired up now. You see, brought him to life, AJ.
Finally, data.
I think we teased this a bit. So I don't know.
This is already.
This came from CS.
This is
but-
already. This is already done. We were going to push it today, but the developer decided they want to have a peaceful weekend and not have to deal with issues over the weekend. So this is going to be
So I'm gonna sleep
live
now.
on Sunday, Monday, and going to be announced I think on Tuesday.
Amazing. So for people that don't know, we're going to allow you to insert. So if I hire Max to show off my sneaker store as a affluencer,
Yeah.
whether an affiliate or influencer, I can just send him a link, and then he can send me the assets, upload them to the link, and they'll be available in my Affluencer Hub. Did I describe that correctly, AJ?
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh,
Amazing
amazing.
work.
Okay. We are actually selling sponsorships for the podcast. We will never sell sponsorships in Whale Mail. Whale Mail will always stay ad free. Great question. Some of these are plants. Come on, Max, you're calling me out. You're killing me here. He's killing me here. This is actually a CS thing. So this is something we're actually working on right now. We get a lot of asks from clients that want to get some either strategic advice, have some data audits, so on and so forth. We actually are going to spin up an arm that will allow you to get some advice on your account. We have some really great strategy people that we're going to be spinning into new positions, but this is still TBD, but definitely on the roadmap.
I thought we have a date.
We do have or did you want to spill the tea?
Well, it's not TBD.
Okay, well, we do have a date very soon-ish, but we will keep everybody absolutely informed of if you would like to buy some time from an expert on our team to go deeper into whether it's your data, strategy, acquisition, etc. We'll be able to help you guys
How
out
much does it
soon.
cost to get you per hour?
What is that?
What does it
What's
cost to
that?
get you? What does it cost to get you per hour?
Oh man, I don't know.
Rob is not on it.
You gotta
Rob's not on
bribe me with some sneakers.
But the
So send me your dream pair.
Rob, are your sneakers is it like you can't go to Nike.com and buy them?
No, I only get like very, very well, not all of them, but I like the rare ones that are very hard to find.
You send me some
The
links.
unique ones.
Let's see what you're looking at.
Yeah.
1 second. The professional services, as we say, this is like a data audit, right? So it will go through your
We're not
account.
doing any ad management stuff. Like
No ad management. This is
Correct. Sorry. Good call.
So there's no ad
It's like, how do
management,
you- how
no
do you
email
get-
management. Your regular agencies, they stay regular agencies. It's also for agencies as well, right? The service. Like it's triple
Great
whale,
point.
triple whale. We go through your triple whale data. Triple whale right now has this thing where there's a lot there. There's a ton in triple whale and there's a ton of value.
Yeah.
And honestly, if everyone got all the value out of triple whale, I think people would learn.
we wouldn't have any churn.
No churn, and also, I think the people would do better in their businesses.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
so
yeah.
much there, and so this is one way for us to really bring people into the know of how to run their businesses better. And so, nothing to do with ads or emails, but it's to do with everything. It's with the healthier business broken down to everything in triple whale. So I think it's going to be good.
When are we coming out with the triple whale like markers that actually work? I think that's our next line.
Oh, that's a pet peeve of mine. I actually travel with dry erase markers. I don't know
No
why.
way.
I know because I read, I forget the book it was, but one of the, it was, I did a while back. There's a guy named BJ Fogg, super smart Stanford professor. He has the Fogg behavior model. Anyways, too long didn't read. Part of the things of like when you get people together for these like big brainstorms, one of the things that can kill it is bad dry erase markers. And he's like, always make sure there's dry erase markers because people get so frustrated when you write on it. No, totally in there.
I just live right now got from the AI developer working on the predictions, sending
We'll
me
give
the
you the
results
numbers.
of predictions for 3 shops right now. I just got a CSV right now with some predictions inside. Going to look through it soon, but it's exciting.
Oh
We're
my gosh.
actively.
Oh my
And right now,
gosh.
in Israel, it's 11 p.m. at night. These guys are working around the clock for this.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 quick ones. Are you guys coming out for the pickle tournament? You guys are not, right?
I don't know pickle, but is that like
The Creatapalooza is right after that as well.
when is the date on that?
The October 4th is our pickleball tournament, the Beluga Bash, and then Creatapalooza is going to be the 5th and 6th of October. So I don't know. I'll have to get you guys some answers. Maybe we'll bring them out too. You guys like Austin, especially not in the heat. AJ was complaining about the heat last time, and Jerusalem was like 700 degrees. So I don't know. Amazing. Okay, last one. Oh, great question. The Whaleys just got pumped to January. We had just a bunch of scheduling conflicts that ended up making September really hard for us. So we do have a really cool event going on in a couple weeks. If you've been invited, it is an invite-only event. So if you know, you know. If not, maybe we can invite you next time. But it's kind of a little bit of an exclusive one there. And that's it. That's all the questions, guys. It's amazing. It feels good to be back in the saddle.
Yeah, and as always, if there's anything we can do for you in Triple Whale, outside of Triple Whale, reach out to CS, to me, to Max, to Raba on Twitter or in Normal Nation, obviously. If you're not in Normal Nation, get into Normal Nation. And if you guys have any issues with anything, especially with Triple Whale, the best person to come to by far is me. Okay? It will get prioritized.
That is not true. Make sure you message the CS people. AJ didn't even respond to this calendar event, but definitely tweet at him and stuff. But use our CS team is fantastic. They will handle everything. We've been hiring vigorously there, and Chaim is doing a wonderful job skilling up that team. They're very, very good, very
We're about
capable.
to more than double the CS team right now to help out.
Yeah, they're very, very capable there, and they can, if worst case scenario happens, they can escalate it very quickly. And to be fair, when things do get escalated, AJ does a really good job of squashing those bugs fairly quickly. And I've felt it, and it's been great, AJ, just from on this side where we felt like that part is being taken way more seriously in the last few months, and it's really shown. So we really appreciate that.
The most underrated feature we launched, I think, in the last 2 months has been the. What do you think? Underrated feature we launched the last 2 months has been the
post-purchase for me. I think people need to get it installed. We did the last whale.
Compare to. I think by far, Raba, isn't that the biggest underrated feature? The ability to compare.
Yeah, it is definitely near and dear to my heart.
You thought it was built like by default, but that was like your biggest problem early on was that by far.
Okay, fair. So for people that don't know, now you can do some proper year-over-year, month-over-month, pretty awesome comparisons in the app now. You can even choose custom look-backs. It's pretty cool. And we have a massive look-back window as well now where it goes to the origination of your Shopify store, not just a year look-back. Definitely underrated. I just think people are sleeping on the post-purchase survey. It's free. It's free, and it's incredible. We did a whole whale webinar on it. It's so cool. And then you can see the journeys, and it shows up in your affluencer. It was really neat. I think maybe not underrated, to be fair, because it's getting a lot of rave reviews. But all right, I'll give you the compare window with that sense. But
the post-purchase survey has a ton of love. I mean, I think it's
that's fair. That's a fair point. The
post-purchase survey has people telling us like it's the best thing since their child this morning. I'm like, oh my god, it's a little much.
A little aggressive.
Yeah, we got that on with Chaim on this call. I mean, it's a big deal and it's great, and everyone should get it. It's free. But definitely the compare stats was a tiny thing we launched, which I think meaningful.
Very meaningful, to be fair.
2-3 weeks, right? Imagine being able to compare your Facebook pixel data year over year, month over month, week over week to know CPM going up, going down, a specific campaign ads that are at. It's a big
Exactly.
deal.
Well, Q4 coming, Black Friday coming. These comparisons will be great. You can look at some cohorting data. There's some really cool stuff that
So
you can
Rob,
do.
one last thing. When people ask, are we bringing attribution windows in? I do not want to bring attribution windows in, and the reason is because I want to kill attribution. I do not want attribution to be the talk. I don't care about attribution. I care about, am I getting the right amount of money for the right traffic? And I think we can
Yes.
answer that definitively for people where there's no two ways about it. And so hopefully this helps stores that are doing well do better. And if your store is not viable on Facebook, hopefully we can give you that metric quicker, right? And let you know instead of you trying and trying. So,
yeah. Sonder has a really good way to describe attribution where he says it's not a silver bullet. It's about creating the right story or narrative, or the truthful story or narrative that's going on with your ad ecosystem. And I think that's exactly right. And this would be essentially
and this is
the
not the
conclusion
deal.
from it.
I think right now attribution, specifically Triple Whale, does the best job possible and gives you the most accurate picture that is absolutely possible right now. I just think with AI we can even do a little better than what's possible.
Yeah, and ultimately too, like how cool is that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. We'll wrap it up. Thank you for the Narwhal Nation plug. We also have a wonderful newsletter that goes out every Tuesday, Thursday called Whale Mail. You can subscribe triplewhale.com/whale mail. If you do want to get more involved in Triple Whale and you're not, make sure to go to triplewhale.com, either schedule a demo or if you're ready to ride the lightning, just have a self-service tab. You can sign up and be using Triple Whale today. You can get the post-purchase survey, the pixel, everything. Self-service to your heart's delight. Guys, thanks so much for taking the time. You're always a pleasure, and it's always great to jam with you. Follow them on the Twitters, message them on the Twitters. AJ, Max is a little quiet of late, but AJ is always on the Twitters and he is very active. We'll be launching stuff from his account every now and then as well. And then what else we got?
That's it. Have a great weekend.
Well, actually, no. Yeah, we're done. I'll see you guys.
Okay.
Amazing. Max, AJ, thanks everybody. Thanks everybody for tuning in. And also go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be dropping a bunch of heat there as well. And then that's all we got. Another State of the Whale in the books. Thanks again, Max, AJ. It's always a pleasure, guys.